You're listening to the Sans Pants Network.
Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Plumbing the Death Star. I'm Joel.
I'm Jackson.
And I'm also Joel.
Plumbing the Death Star is a comedy pop culture podcast where we ask the important questions. Like, how would you use Minority Report?
So, Minority Report, a wonderful film.
Beautiful
a
movie.
beautiful movie by Steven Spielberg with Thomas Cruise, based on a Philip K. Dick short story.
Novella called, you're not going to believe this, The Minority Report.
I would
Wait.
They
believe that,
dropped
actually.
the for the movie.
Drop the. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the movie, if you don't remember it, so they have these precogs, these people that can see the future. You got Agatha. And then you've basically got, I don't know, Jenkins and Wungus. They are so unimportant, it doesn't matter.
Fuck Jenkins and Wungus.
Yeah, dude.
And the whole thing is we've got these three people, they can see the future, and then we're in this like pool of nutrients that they get like taken care of.
awesome.
They're always sedated, and they have visions of the future, but only murders that we can see on a TV screen.
Okay.
And it's just like little snippets here and there. And then they think real hard or whatever, and two balls pop out of a machine. How was that machine came up with? I don't know, but they have this machine.
Okay.
And the machine is like, who is the victim and who is the perpetrator? And it's only murders. They can only predict murders.
Okay.
Because they're like, well, the reason why is because, well, a murder is such a invasion or like a destruction of something in the universe. It kind of like snuffs
the
out
energy,
alive.
yeah,
It's real
okay, I
bad.
see.
That's why we can see these things. And it starts with the movie. They've been doing this for 6 years in DC, and DC has had no crime or no murders for 6 years.
Whoa.
Except for crimes of
Except for-
passion,
No.
because, well, they have...
stop them.
Yeah, they have a little time to react.
Oh,
to those.
sorry. They have 6 years of no murders.
Yeah.
They
Okay,
have, so any premeditated murders has
Yeah.
really gone down to the point of nothing.
I see.
And there's different colored balls. And with the crime of passion, that does still that pops up. But the people in pre-crime, they're there to stop it.
Okay,
And they're there with their
fabulous.
little jetpacks, a little stun gun or whatever that makes people vomit.
Whoa.
Or a gun that makes people vomit. It's very funny.
That's awesome.
And so they're there being like on the eve, basically, of them taking the whole thing national.
Yeah.
And it's great to see that this whole thing has made all the cops very lazy.
Yeah.
When they're like, right, we need to fight, because spoilers for the premise of the film.
Yeah.
Thomas Cruise is there doing his little hand gestures
Yeah.
of the
Best
thing,
part of
being like,
Minority Report.
who's going to be
Go
this?
it- hey,
Who's going to be there?
time to
in
go on the
large
computer.
Hey, give me a sec. I'm going to go on the Minority Report.
Yeah, make things big and do a turn, swivel it around.
Imagine
It's
if
good
that,
stuff.
People talk about it, and Iron Man does this as well, of like, whoa, the future is just going to be screens in front of you that
Yeah.
you're just using your hands. You look fucking stupid.
Oh,
Yeah.
Imagine browsing pornos. Let's just imagine browsing
I'm
pornos
imagining.
on the Minority Report screen. Open it up. Swipe. Into
click,
a tab.
zoom,
Put it up here.
zoom,
I'll check it out later.
zoom,
Although-
Into a tab. I'll check it out later.
zoom.
I'm looking at the pores of this human being.
I
Look
like
at their
this.
skin.
You've taken two different approaches here. Zamet's zooming, so he's just getting engulfed in the hole. And you're throwing so many things in tabs that you're just making a goon cave, basically.
Yeah,
Next
I'm
one.
using
Next
Minority
one.
Report to goon. Well, and that's the beauty of it. I could then open those tabs, bam, 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 surrounding my head.
Yeah.
Well, now you're
Goon to
happy.
my heart's content.
Yeah, well, because you started this by being like, yeah, that would be stupid, but now you've made the perfect goon cave and you're happy.
Yeah, but imagine you come in on somebody masturbating to pornos now. They close the laptop.
Yeah.
Pull
Or
the
put their
blanket up.
phone down, yeah.
Put their
something.
phone down. You come into me. I can't see you. 'cause
And we're
I'm surrounded
seeing you,
by
yeah,
a ring
yeah.
of goons.
And we're seeing your goon cave, but like on reverse because everything is transparent for some
Yeah.
reason.
These
We
pornos
want
don't
this.
make friends. Don't make friends. Don't make sense to me. They're backwards.
All you say is my pants around my ankles, and you know what's happening. as I stand in the middle of my
foyer.
Well, because there are computers you do see in Minority Report where they do have the backing, so you can't actually see what's going on. But then Anderton, not Anderson,
No,
Anderton.
John Anderton.
That's stupid.
threw me
his
so
name.
often, being like Anderton. I'm like, did they fuck it? Look, no, they
In
didn't.
the future,
All right.
do we not have S's in
No,
names anymore?
not anymore.
Johansson.
Yeah. I hated the fact that I was some guy named Anderson. I'm Anders Ton.
Yeah.
It's good now.
What
But
the
yeah, he's
hell?
at a hotel or whatever. He's like, they need show me the screen. They turn around and the clerk was looking at pornos the whole time. He's like, okay, there it is.
Well, there's also Jad Watson.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Jad.
Jad.
I wish it was Jad Anderton.
Jad
Yeah.
Anderton. That feels
Yeah.
good to say.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
reckon
think
you'd be in the. So we'd probably all get slightly Minority Report names.
Yeah.
You'd probably be Jot Bailey.
Or Jod.
there's someone called Not with 2 T's.
Whoa.
But then there's
there's-
like some pretty boring names like
Yeah.
Wally and Anne.
And Ivana.
I think you guys would just be Joel.
Danny.
J-O-L.
Oh,
JOL,
yeah.
and you'd be
Joel.
Jot.
Yeah,
Joel and Jot.
Joel and Jot.
Good stuff. So Thomas Anderson.
Yeah.
John Anderton. He finds that he's going to do a future crime.
Okay.
And murder someone he's never met before. And so he goes on the lam and goes on the run. And so they're like, we got to find where he is. And they use these things called like little spiders.
Yeah.
And they go around and they scan people's eyes. It's a huge invasion of privacy.
Yeah.
Like that's a point in the film. Like everyone's like, you
Don't
just
scare
sit-
my
don't
eyes.
Scare, don't scare my children.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of fucking. And they have to be interrupted. And this little thing scans their eyes. And the whole thing is like they scan a building. There's a bunch of bodies because they're infrared.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
send all these like spiders in there to do like the eye scans. And it's when Tom Cruise gets in the ice bucket pool. And he's
Okay.
like, don't look at me, I'm not there. Then they're
Yeah.
like, oh, someone blinked out. We better go investigate this.
Yeah.
They go and investigate. They're about to investigate it, but then like the little spiders zap the shit out of
Whoa.
the water, and they come up and they scan his eyes because he's got an eye replacement.
Yep.
And they're
Okay.
like, oh, it's not him, it's someone else. Off we
Different
go.
eyes.
It's
And
we're
the guy-
looking
yeah.
for John Anderton. This
Yeah,
is
this-
Jed Anderson.
Yeah, it's Mr. Nakasawa, I believe.
Okay.
And so then they're like, oh, whatever, let's go. I'm hungry. And so
Yeah.
it's made them very lazy.
Yeah, okay.
Another issue I found with the whole concept is once they arrest somebody, so
Yeah.
it opens with like a crime of passion.
Right. Yeah.
A man is like, oh, I forgot my glasses. I went full Velma mode. Goes back-
Jinkies.
Yeah,
Jinkies, where are my
Jinkies.
glasses? I'm going to kill my wife.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Does
he
do
goes,
that?
yeah, Jinkies, I forgot my glasses, and there's my wife getting plowed by another man.
I see.
So then he stabs them both with
yeah.
some scissors, or at
People
least
be
he's
doing
about
that,
to.
yeah.
And that's what they stop, right? And so then they're like, well, you were going to kill your wife and the man that she's fucking. So now we're going to give you this thing called a halo.
Yeah.
Goes on their head, and we don't really know what it does. It just basically is they either in a prison in their own mind.
Oh.
Maybe they're living out their their past. Maybe
Okay.
they're going into their whole little Joel or Jot cave in their
Yeah.
mind. We don't really know exactly. It's not really portrayed, but basically they're just shut off from society. And then they go into prison,
Yeah.
which is a tube,
Yeah.
which is usually about imagine a big cylinder.
Yeah.
With more dudes in it.
Like how they x-ray babies? One of those
Yeah.
cylinders?
So they-
How do they X-ray babies?
Put 'em
it's
in the
so
frickin'
funny.
tube,
They
dude.
put him in a
Look-
tube.
How do
It's
they
like a clear
X-ray
tube.
baby?
Yeah.
And they have to, so usually you'll get the baby do it like this kind of look
Yeah.
where they're like,
Whoa! They
Both
put a baby in
arms.
a tub.
yeah, it's
awesome,
very,
dude.
very funny.
I love it. The baby looks so shocked.
Baby hate it.
Why am I in a tube? He's thinking.
The baby looks
Great
kind of like it's
question.
being held up,
Yeah.
like as in
Like what?
like
in
a
bank?
gunpoint. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they put him in a tube like that, or like Wolverine in his little Weapon X kind
Oh,
of
yeah, sure,
thing.
sure.
But the thing is, it's 4 guys or 5 guys high.
Yeah.
And then that goes, and then they hit it like they hit a button that goes up.
Okay.
And so that goes down. So it's like the
So you just
the
kinda put
prison
it
is
in-
like a hole at the ground.
Okay.
And then you're just there
Forever?
forever. There's
I'd
no.
rather they killed me with a bolt gun like a cow.
There's no judicial processes.
Yeah.
When Anderton is being like, all right, time to look at my pre-crime,
Yeah.
open up, zoom in, flip it around. He has like a judge and someone else to be like, you're here to witness it, and they're like a view screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're here, and that's it. They're like, yep, cool. You have the warrant to arrest this person. You have the warrant to do everything it is, whatever.
Put them in the tube.
There's no rehabilitation. There's no like court date to like argue your case.
Yeah, can you get done in for self-defense?
They just chuck you in.
Put you in the tube.
They just chuck you in like basically the same day. They arrest you, put the halo in you go. Yeah, that's it.
Goodbye. Yeah.
Crazy to think you'd ever do a premeditated murder.
Yeah.
Because you'd be like, I might kill this person. Then you'd be like, but they will definitely put me in the tube.
But the thing is, like, is just the thought, is that where you're in trouble straight away?
So I'm sitting there on the bus and I see
like,
somebody and I'm
kill
like,
that guy.
Maybe I become a serial killer.
And then all of a sudden police...
Maybe. I said maybe.
Well, or they hit you with a gun, you start vomiting.
It was an idle thought.
Well, enjoy the slammer, bucker.
Enjoy the tube, motherfucker.
It's not just a
Time
thought.
to get fucking tubed up.
Okay.
It's not just a thought because they have these like fantasy pods that you can go into and you can do whatever you want. You can have like, I want to be surrounded by pornos and have myself an orgy.
Yeah.
I want to have everyone loving me and telling me I've done a good job.
I don't know if I can watch pornos at an orgy. I feel like that's too much stimulation.
Are you at the orgy and then watching pornos on your phone? I think I don't know what energy that is. That's crazy.
Even if there's like an orgy happening and there's like TVs and they're just showing pornos.
Yeah.
Like, you're not
too
paying
much.
attention to that. I get that. Okay, that makes more sense.
I think, but also if there's like...
Is that normal for an orgy?
I don't know. I've
I haven't
never
been to an
partook
orgy.
in an orgy myself.
I think
We've got
most orgies are sort of less glamorous than you'd imagine. So instead of like fancy screens, it might be like somebody's TV that they have a porno playing on.
Here's my fear of an orgy.
Okay.
Living room or whatever.
Yep.
Just at a house.
Yeah.
Laptop open.
Yeah.
Playing Spotify out of the laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see it on a playlist called like Fun Night with Friends or something.
Yeah.
Wink.
Have you ever seen that awesome photo which was about like a Super Bowl?
Yes.
Like a
I
Super
love this
Bowl.
photo.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
where
basically
there's like
a
four guys watching the Super
like,
Bowl
yeah.
and getting sucked
Yeah,
off.
it's
And there's like a
it was
guy in the
swingers-
kitchen and a dog on the ground.
Yeah, it was like a swingers party or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, the game's on as well."
Yeah.
So wouldn't it be great to be slopped off whilst watching the football?
I love that photo.
Yeah,
I
it's
think that
beautiful.
photo is like
It's
kind of
beautiful.
nirvana for
It's
a certain.
art.
I think it's beautiful. I think here's what I'm thinking about an orgy.
Yeah.
Orgy corner.
Okay.
Would you like to arrive at an orgy before it begins or halfway through? Because for me, I'm thinking halfway through. Because I think the initial stages of an orgy have to be the most awkward bit.
No, because I think that I feel like if I'm coming in halfway through, I've missed the boat.
Yeah,
I'm at a
but-
different level.
Yeah, but yes, but you.
You know what I mean? Like, as
You
in,
just come and you
okay,
look for
okay.
a hole.
No, but I feel like that's. I think I just need
okay.
a bit more stimulation than
Alright.
just walking into a room and being like, "Oh,
I don't know. Okay. So so you got an invitation.
Yeah.
It's like, Joel Dusha, you've been invited to the orgy that's happening, in 3 weeks' time.
Yeah.
Start time, 6:30 p.m.
I'm rolling
When are
in
you
it.
rolling up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna want to be there by 7, but I'm not gonna get there much earlier than 7."
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about yourself, Jack?
I think it's really funny to arrive early to an orgy. I think that's going to be the most awkward thing in the world. Where the
Oh,
guy's
sorry, I was
like
just really excited.
5:30.
the guy's still setting up. And then I don't offer to help. I just sit down and wait and edge myself.
How do you
No.
set up for an orgy?
But you got to put down mattresses.
Put down mattresses, a tarp. I'd put down a tarp.
The moment I said mattresses, there was like a micro expression on your face of disgust. That was awesome.
Mattresses, pillows. I guess like a trestle table for
Snacks?
Snacks.
Light some incense, probably.
Light some
You're
incense.
gonna need incense.
Yeah. Get the
Can't
dog
have
in the laundry. He doesn't ask for people.
You can't have that many holes agape and not have some kind of scent.
Yeah. You're probably going to go to your neighbors, like when you have a loud party, and be like, hey, there's going to be some smells and sounds.
Set up
The dog will be very unhappy. You'll
He's
hear
going
it
to be
barking.
barking. That's because he wants to come out and see us. Like,
Yeah, but he can't.
you
dude.
can't. You
Don't worry about it.
Or setting up like a playlist.
picking your orgy playlist.
Yeah.
Or let's just have a quick look.
If you search orgy playlist on Spotify, what do we got?
Got to be something there.
Yeah.
I reckon, yeah, I think 7 o'clock would be ideal.
But I'd be worried
also,
that-
or even like actually no, because what if it's too early?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, right. I think maybe 7:38.
I
Because
wanna-
also, you're not going to just rock up there being like, oh, I'm awkward. Because you've got orgy brain.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
If you're the kind of person, it's like, I'm going to the orgy.
Yeah.
You're going to be like excited because the drive over there,
You're
or,
gonna
like, or the bus ride, or the train ride over there.
The walk, the bicycle ride.
Imagine taking like the bus to an orgy.
Imagine taking the bus home from an orgy.
What
That's
is there
grim.
another name for an orgy that people would use?
Swingers? You could say
Yeah.
swingers
Swingers,
playlist,
yeah.
maybe.
Swinger party.
Because there is, I just did find an orgy playlist that probably is an actual orgy playlist, but it's called orgy playlist, so I don't trust it.
Yeah.
That's fair. Probably swingers.
Swing-
But
yeah.
you were right. And you'd be so like, oh, I can't wait to go to the orgy because I'm
Yeah.
going to get my like, oh, it's going to be so much fun. Start planning the things you're going to do.
Well, then I guess my next question is: are you the kind of guy that's going to make the first move? Because obviously the orgy doesn't start immediately. You're all there. You're eating snacks. You're drinking. Probably everybody's having a couple of drinks.
I was like, is my partner coming with me? But that's a swingers party.
That's a swingers
which I
party.
think
This is an
big
orgy.
Different.
This is a solo,
full-on orgy.
Solo event.
I'd just like to say that every orgy and swingers playlist I've found
Yeah.
has over 12 hours of music. Fucking, all right, yeah, sure.
Settle down.
Yeah. This one goes for 34 hours.
You gotta sleep
Wow.
sometimes.
Well, but this is the thing. So if you're having like this, you're pressing play.
Yeah.
You're letting that kind of go. Maybe you're doing it on
Okay,
shuffle.
this one's 6 hours.
And
That I
like-
believe. That's
Yeah.
a length I believe.
yeah.
So you might not be partaking, but if it's like, hey, it's the doors, it's from 6 to 6,
Yeah,
it's like,
that's true.
like, hey man, whenever you want to rock up, and depending on the orgy, is it one orgy room? Are you like, oh, we have themes over here, there's a sauna over there, there's
yeah.
the pool over there, you have a spa over
This
there.
is maybe the
this is where you
BDSM
chill over
room,
here.
there's vanilla sex, like that
Once
kinda-
again, never really partook in anything
No,
like this, so
nor
I
I.
don't really know.
Another fucking 13-hour one.
Maybe
I'm
that's-
just trying to find legitimate looking.
Maybe that's the thing.
maybe
Maybe they
13
do
hours
like
is
13
normal.
hours
Okay,
because it's
mate.
like a swingers weekend. I
Yeah.
don't know. Because again, they're not like, we're not having like, one and done.
This
We're
one goes
like,
for 22 hours, but again, it has a name that makes me think. it
Swingers
is-
party love mix. is
Fire emoji.
Fire emoji. I reckon.
You know
because
what I mean?
reckon. Yeah, no, I think that's legit. I think
Oh
you.
no, Bo Burnham's on this one.
Bo Burnham's inside for the swingers party. What? You fucking getting your nut busted to welcome to the internet? Jesus
I'm like,
Christ.
surely,
It's-
is it welcome to the internet?
No, it's all eyes on me.
All Eyes on Me is also extremely strange.
Okay, is this a joke though? Let's scroll through and see if anything else
What the
stands
fuck?
out. Sex on Fire. Ha ha
Okay,
ha ha.
sure, yeah.
21 Pilots. I wouldn't put them, but I guess they are just pop falling in corn.
Corn.
Yeah.
Freak on a leash.
No, it was.
Because like I get the
Black is the soul.
I kind of get the vibe, but it's got to be that.
That's
It's got to be like whatever. I'm like hosting an orgy weekend or like a swingers
Don't put
weekend
Bo
or
Burnham
whatever.
on your
Yeah.
playlist
And
for
then,
a
yeah.
swingers party.
Different rooms for different
Yeah.
flavors, shall we say?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
now we've got Central Swingers Sex Soiree.
Yeah.
That again, this one looks.
I think
it's
this
all
looks
hip hop.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is legit.
Yeah.
I
Get some
wouldn't.
Tyler on there.
I wouldn't fuck to most of these Tyler songs, but hey.
It's mostly Tyler.
Understand
no,
I
you're
look-
falling for it. It's got 1,400 songs. It goes for 81
Oh.
hours.
Well, I'll tell you what I wouldn't have done with this playlist, and
Mm-hmm.
if I can critique it somewhat,
Mm.
is that there's a lot of the same artist in a row, which I
Yeah.
feel like you don't want.
No, you hammer shuffle.
You
with it.
shuffle, you
But I would like to say, because, so the hip hop we're looking
Yeah.
at, I just sorted by most recently added. They've been added to this playlist. They've been going at this playlist for 2 years. And most recently, they've added All Time Low. And fucking Pierce the Veil, which doesn't mean anything to the two people I'm in the room with, but
Yeah.
you're not fucking. I mean, yes, you are.
I mean, look.
Bye from Deadpool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
they saw Deadpool. Look, again, I don't.
They
Again,
added the whole NSYNC album.
I am not.
All of them.
I'm not a swinger.
Yeah.
I'm not. I just find the idea kind of like it feels like you need to be all encompassing.
Yeah.
If you're a swinger, you're a swing.
You're a
You're
swing.
you won't shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And
Are
so
you
you-
fucking to two full Rage Against the Machine
I'm
albums?
not because I'm not a swinger.
I wouldn't say that
But-
these are essential songs.
But if you are in the swinging lifestyle,
Yeah.
maybe you're on the
Okay.
lookout, adding albums and adding
Yeah,
music
you see
that you
Deadpool,
quite
you hear it
like.
out, you like it, you think,
Okay, you
Yeah.
know what? Now we've got something I can finally weigh in on.
yeah,
They've got fucking 2 Beastie Boys albums in a row here. I have fucked to the Beastie Boys. It's not a good idea.
Maybe not for you.
Maybe not for you, dude. Different strokes for different folks.
Okay,
Don't yuck these guys yum. You're yucking the yum.
I was fucking to their greatest hits, and I powered through. Like I kind of noticed.
Yeah.
I was able to power through Sabotage, but then when 5 Feet Right, the party starts. It's so hard to be like, am I enjoying this sex, or am I just mostly trying not to fucking time with this song?
Once again, different strokes.
Any
for different
swingers
folks.
out there that know?
Let us know.
Let us
Send us
know.
your swingers playlist.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
intriguing. Anyway, go on.
Anyway,
What were you saying?
I don't remember, but let's see if
Minority
we can
Report?
keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, try. So Anderton is like, hey, I got a crime. I'm going to kill some guy. I don't even know who this is. And then
Leo Crow
Yeah,
or
Leo
something?
Crow, because they think he's they basically set him up. It's also a big setup, whatever. But basically, it's like I'm going to try. I'm apparently going to kill this person. Why? I don't know this. And then he puts on this whole journey to maybe kill this person, because the whole concept is like the reason why we like this is it's all predetermination.
Yeah.
People are like, well, you got to lock these people up. They're going to kill these people. And then Colin Farrell is there as like a person kind of investigating this as a kind of concept to be like, are we doing this? They do that one wonderful scene where the guy, Tom Cruise rolls a ball, and then Colin Farrell catches it, and he's like, well, how did you know that was going to hit the ground?
Yeah.
You caught it before it fell, but you caught it and it didn't fall. Was it going to fall?
Yeah.
Predetermination, right? And so the whole thing is kind of like, okay, cool. I don't know who this person is. I'm going to go and try and kill this person or not kill this person. I'm in the room, and he now has a choice. Agatha is there. He kidnaps Agatha.
Okay.
Agatha is there, and she's like, you can run away. Just run away. But he doesn't. He just goes to this point where he's in this situation where he's there with a gun and Leo Crow. And he's like, I've seen the murder.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Am I going to do this?
Yeah.
And that's going to comes down to like, can you change the future?
Yeah, sure.
He does change the future in the
Okay.
sense that he actually doesn't kill Leo Crow.
But he still shoots him?
But Leo Crow is like, why are you meant to kill me? I was told if you kill me, my family gets money. I'm all
I
good.
see.
What the hell? And then Leo Crow forces the situation, and Leo Crow ends up getting shot and dies.
Okay.
And so then he's like arrested for the
Yeah.
crime
So it's
and whatever.
yeah,
So-
okay.
And then later on, the person Max von Sydow as Lamar Burgess is the director. He's all been set up like all this, and like he's the one that kind of was the planning of like of this Leo Crow to die, and the whole inception of it all, the whole like kind of creation of the pre-crime, because it doesn't just come from 3 random precogs who they're so good they're being looked after. No, so there's like a drug in it where if the mother had the drug, like she's a junkie while they were pregnant.
Heaps fucking like your favorite television program on Amazon Prime, The Boys.
The Boys.
God,
With
that-
fucking
that
compound
is my
V.
favorite show,
Oh, it's
dude.
not it's so they take basically a drug, whatever the drug is, but they inhale it. It's an inhalant, I think, or so they're a junkie. Some of the kids that are born of their mother having had this develop some of these abilities.
Yeah, okay.
But a lot of them just
Dude, like
die.
fucking
Like Free Guy.
Freeland,
Like
Homelander.
What? Homelander?
Yeah, Homelander.
He took the drug and then
no,
he's a
his
superhero?
mom, his dad was the superhero because he got the drug.
You really gotta just consume media and not just watch GIFs, my dude, because you don't know the story.
Homelander's dad is Soldier Boy, and he had a surrogate mother that's up in the air. In the comics, it was just whatever, but in the show, it's probably going to be revealed that it was Stormfront, who's also his girlfriend, who used to be Lady Liberty, but then also when he was a baby, he was then given V as well. He's the double V. I know.
Okay.
Double V?
Double V.
Well, yeah, because he had...
I didn't know, don't tell me.
Yeah.
Go on. I don't want to know.
Anyway, it's basically like, these junkies had kids. These kids,
They've
some
got
of them,
precog
some of them
abilities.
got precogs,
Yeah.
but not all of them. Most of them are dying.
Yeah.
Because we're doing this like experimenting on them, but most of the mothers end up just dying anyway. So we can like have like carte blanche of experimenting on these little kids. Except the mother of Agatha, who is like, well, I would like to, I cleaned myself up. I want my baby back.
Yeah.
And then the director was like, "Oh yeah, no worries, we'll do it." Hires a drifter to kill the mum, but of course the precog's like, "See, it's happening." He sees it all happen, watches it all, and then he's like, "I'm aware what the guy was going to wear." And so again, the cops are so fucking lazy.
Yeah.
They come in, they arrest the guy who was about to kill the mother, halo him, and then they just chuff off. Leave the victim, the almost murdered, to just deal with it.
Yeah.
Off you go. And that's when the director comes in, puts on the mask that the killer was going to, and then drowns her.
I see.
And then they're like, there's these minority reports because sometimes they're like the visions that the
They're
three
a
of them
little bit
have.
off.
Oh, just a tiny bit off.
Okay.
And this whole premise is kind of like, well, if it's not 100% effective, what's the point? Also very insane.
Well, yeah, with the punishment, what it is.
Oh, with the punishment, what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, insane. Like, it's this, there's so many steps to get to this point.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, cool. We can predict the future. That's great. So all these people that are committing these crimes, we can stop. That's great. Now we're going to put them like a halo. Oh, when you arrest them, yes. So because then they don't fight back. It's a, it's a non-violent way of subduing a perp. You're like, okay. And then, then they're never taking the halo off, and they're going to go in a
Put
tube,
him in the
and then that's
tube,
about
baby.
it. Problem one.
Yeah. Don't put him in the tube.
That's the problem. Don't put problem two. We find out that it's like as soon as Anderton he takes Agatha, and it's like, oh no, you've taken Agatha. Like if you'd taken Grimbo and Buxleboy, that would have been fine. But you took Agatha. She's the one. She's the important one.
Yeah.
She's the precog.
Yeah.
She knows everything. Without Agatha, everything is just falling to shit. And so you're like, so then what's the point of these two fuckers?
Yeah.
Just,
Do they help?
Just I guess get the three different versions.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. But then it's like everything really relies on this one person, this one individual, this one person that you are keeping sedated. You are keeping very
She
much like
gets to go in that.
chill, right?
I would like to explore more that nutrient pool.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
So they're in the nutrient pool and they're sedated as all hell and they can't really.
If you just lie in the
live it
nutrient
down.
pool, does it like just feed you and
I
stuff?
think so.
That's
yeah.
fucking awesome.
There's one
dude.
guy, Wally, he's just there injecting them occasionally with whatever they need. And he's like, he talks to them. They don't talk back because they're sedated.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a creep. Anyway.
Can I get a nutrient pool in this future?
You can.
Yeah. Jump in,
Don't
brother.
see why not. Don't know
That's
what it'll do
awesome.
to you.
Well,
They
it's,
give you nutrients.
that's what I'm
probably.
hoping for.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not getting enough nutrients, and if there was like a pool I could lie in.
Be nice.
How good would cigarettes that were vitamins be?
Pretty fucking good, dude.
How happy would you be?
Oh,
if
it'd be
you
over
could
the
just
moon,
like,
man.
Hey, dude, have you just described an inhaler?
No.
No,
Like Ventolin?
that's
you need to be
medicine.
smoking it.
I don't mean medicine. I mean vitamins.
You need to smoke it so it
But
makes
also,
you
if,
healthy.
if antibiotics are come in cigarette form, that's also funny.
Yeah. Imagine they're like, oh, God, it's a bit asthmatic today.
Oh, yeah.
There it
That's
is.
opened my lungs right up. They should
that's some
simply
good
just
stuff.
invent cigarettes that are good for you.
Yeah, I agree, dude. That would be the
Exactly.
dream.
Oh, but have you had your vitamin bucket bong? Not yet today.
Oh, yeah.
Good shit.
Oh, there we go. Now I'm ready. Now I could go for a run.
Yeah. Smoking vitamins out of an apple. So clever.
awesome.
So then everything relies on Agatha. So that's problem
Would
two.
you say that it was Agatha all along?
Yeah.
I think it might have been Agatha
Yeah.
all along.
That's
So
been on my
everything
mind a
relies on
lot,
Agatha. So
too, I
that
admit, yeah.
So that's another problem there because okay, she's sedated. That's fine. For some reason,
It's still fun, I
It's
would
not.
say,
Yeah,
but-
Yeah.
it's not fine. It's not fun either. But you've got her sedated. So you're like, okay, this person, we're using him as a tool.
Yeah.
There's a point where I'm like, they're one of them is like they're not even really human at this point. They're beyond that. They're something else. They're an other. And so it's like they're sedated, and we're using them as a tool to kind of like understand, like to stop the crime or stop the murders that are in the DC district. They want to go national. I don't know how they plan on doing that because I don't know what stops currently them being like, oh, the district, like the border. I don't want to have a vision of that. I don't want to think about it.
Well, yeah, surely it would be global, right? You would imagine. I mean, who knows?
Who knows at this point?
Yeah.
It's also up to the technicians to, like, I guess, record what is being shown, as it were.
Yeah.
I
So-
really, really like Minority Report, but it is worth noting that Agatha's last name is Lively, and that's annoying.
Yeah.
But that's also classic Philip K. Dick.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Anyway, sorry, please
Yeah.
continue. I saw it and then needed to get it out.
That's understandable, dude. So you've got this one person who is like, everything relies, and your whole crime unit relies on this. And anything could happen. They could just get old and die, an aneurysm and die. They fuck up the nutrient pool and die. Like, or they just, get kidnapped like they do.
Yeah.
Can they make more?
Well, that's the problem. Well, they need a lot of junkies to have a lot of kids that they can
Yeah.
experiment on,
I guess
which
it's
is
like-
unethical.
I guess it's like if you've got one person who can do it,
Yeah.
I mean, what other choice do you have?
And they have these, they have a bunch of these people that try, but then it just only happens I guess 3 times, and of those 3 times that are successful, only one is really successful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's better to use it than better to need it and not have it.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, have it and not need it. Then
So
need
you
it and
think
not have it.
Agatha should be in the nutrients pod just in case?
Well, I'm saying it's like it's like, well, it's annoying that we all rely on this one person.
Yeah.
But we only have one person. So
Well,
we kind of don't have another choice.
It gets even crazier because Minority Report has a TV series that is not a prestige remake of the movie, but instead a sequel series.
Whoa.
And it's
Was
set,
it well received?
I think it was cancelled after 1 season.
So no.
Yeah.
What was the reception though?
We'll never know.
Not good.
Okay, the critical aggregator website, Rotten Tomatoes,
Yeah.
reports a 29% approval rating.
So
Okay, not great.
Lacking either the action or the imagination of its big screen predecessor,
Yeah.
Minority Report is a pedestrian spin-off that fails to capture the vision of the film.
Wow, that's a bummer.
Yeah, but Agatha is one of the main characters of it.
Whoa,
And
cool.
it's set 10 years later, and she is a cop, and she's using her
Like
powers out of the pod,
Well, okay.
but she becomes the person whose murder she is predicting.
like
experiencing-
empathetic wise, kind of like what they do with Hannibal, where he's like, I know, this is by design, kind of idea.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Like so it becomes like a very
She experiences an
procedural.
Yeah, it's
Like a
very
by the
funny to
numbers
turn
procedure.
Minority Report
Okay.
into cop with a power.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Her
Yeah.
visions are most traumatizing as she experiences the death itself. Isn't that just Medium? Isn't
Yeah,
that what
that's
Medium
kind-
does?
Well, it's like
Medium
well,
talks to ghosts.
Yeah,
but doesn't Medium
talks
also-
to-
Oh, no, Ghost Whisperer talks to ghosts. Whispers. to
Yeah,
them.
whispers. Medium,
Yeah.
they experience the crime.
Yeah,
like,
what's
it's also
happening
very-
to Alison Dubois in
Yeah.
Dubois?
Dubois.
Yeah.
Alison Dubois in Medium. Is she fucking becoming the person who dies?
I think she has like a bit of a vision.
Yeah.
That had 7 seasons and
Yeah.
130 episodes.
And every
Anyway.
one of them great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them bangers.
If anything, it's like like how they show like in Hannibal. with,
Yeah.
old mate. Kind
I've
of.
seen Medium, haven't seen Hannibal.
Not even GIF form.
No.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, wait. Maybe.
Okay. Well, he kind of is like Will Graham.
Yeah.
He's basically like I he very much he's like empathizes with the killer. And
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
I'm gonna
I think I have inhaled
Yeah.
this show somehow through some kind of.
This is
form
by
of-
design. I did this because I wanted to do this.
Oh,
So
this
he's
is
trying
my
to
design and
yeah,
a fucked up drawing.
And he's trying to
Yes,
imagine
yes,
what it was
yes.
like, so he
I'm
put
getting
himself
it.
in the shoes of like the killer. as
Yeah.
opposed to the
One
victim.
of my friends had that T-shirt. That's how I know that this is my design thing.
Oh, I
Consume
see.
media by T-shirt. Interesting.
I haven't watched the show, but I've seen the T-shirt.
I've seen Minority Report. Haven't seen
Yeah.
the TV series.
Yeah.
haven't seen the T-shirt.
No, I haven't
Yeah.
seen I don't think I've seen a Minority Report. What would you put on a Minority Report T-shirt?
I don't know.
Everybody runs.
Everybody runs. Yeah.
That's the tagline
That is the
of the
tagline.
movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody runs.
And also the subtitle of the video game,
Whoa.
which at the time got mixed reception, but I think in hindsight people are like, this one's good.
That's very funny.
nice.
A lot of the, I guess, the multimedia of Minority Report was mixed.
Yes. Yeah.
So Agatha, she does show the precog abilities when she's not just in the nutrient pool hooked up
Yeah.
to like diodes. Like when they're trying to run from cops, she's like, okay, wait, and then they wait and they're
So she can
behind
still do
balloons.
it.
It's like grab that umbrella,
Yeah.
that kind of
Yeah.
stuff like that. When she does yell at as in to run when they're in the thing, like. But then he doesn't run and he gets got. So I don't know. So she can see the future, and that would be very useful if they were cognizant and around, because then you could ask them. And if you have things where you can have like the diodes of like you can see what she is seeing, you can use that as your repertoire of evidence, right? So I don't know. It just seems that they have this idea, like they've got these people who are like very special, very gifted, and they're like, right, put them in a pool.
The ball
Sedate
system.
the shit out of
The
them.
ball system works.
We're gonna get balls made from wood because of grain is important and everyone is unique, and that's how we're gonna know who the perp is and who the victim is.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, but what about instead you didn't put them in a pool? Because I'm guessing if you didn't put them in a pool, they'd be employees, which means maybe you'd have to pay them. Is this just an easy way of like skimping out on like 3 paychecks?
Free label.
Free labor, baby.
And then it's like, well, I don't have to really train my police force that hard.
Yeah.
Because, they don't have to do any investigating. They just got to look at a ball and be like, I know this name.
Yeah. The ball system seems
This is Jot Bailey.
murderer and victim.
Yeah. It's like if when Anderson gets it, or Anderton.
Yeah.
when Anderton gets his name, as opposed of like, running or like, I got to get to the end of this, he's like, okay, because I also got a time when it's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's like 24 hours or whatever. So it's like, oh, I'm going to kill this person in 24 hours. Here's the ball. I am going to sit down.
Yeah.
And not move for 24. Put me in a room.
But it
I
seems
don't know
like...
this man.
That's the thing with all of this is like, why wouldn't you just remove them from the situation where you can?
Yeah,
where
but
you're
isn't
gonna
the
do
kind of
murder?
the way the movie
But-
plays out, it's like no matter what you do.
Yeah. But the problem here is if he was like, well, I got this is my name. This is the victim. I don't know.
Who the fuck's Leo Crow?
I'm just gonna sit in this here room with the doors locked. They're like,
I'm gonna piss and shit my pants for 24 hours.
Yeah, okay. Well, you said you're gonna. It says you're gonna do the crime. So here's the halo.
Yeah.
And now you're going in the tube.
But in the world of the movie, don't we see time and time again that the murder will happen?
No.
But I mean, obviously,
There's one
Oh, so
scene
sorry.
in the movie.
Yeah.
Two scenes.
Two scenes. Because there's the death of Leo Crow.
Yeah.
Which plays out how it is shown in the vision.
Yeah.
Except Leo Crow is like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
sure.
kills himself.
And then
Both
and
times
then,
a guy kills himself.
Yeah.
Well, no, the other one, which is when Burgess, it's
Yeah.
like he is the perpetrator, and Anderton is the victim.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like this is where it comes down at the very end of the movie, where it's like Anderton's going like, look, you know the precogs have seen this. You plan to kill me. They know what is going to happen.
Yeah.
So either you kill me and proving that pre-crime is a thing and that they are pre-crime thing, but you
And
go
then
away,
go to jail.
or you don't kill me, you don't shoot me, proving that pre-crime doesn't happen, that it isn't predestination, that we can actually alter the
And he
the
doesn't kill
future.
him.
Well, then
and
he
so
shoots
what he
himself.
does is he turns around and shoots himself.
Okay.
And so he kills, which is also proving, well, I guess it's like proving the
It's
point
taking
that,
your toys and going home.
Yeah.
No, because it's also proving that, yes, predetermination doesn't work because I am not shooting you. So that shows that, yes, pre-crime can be prevented. But then he's taking the extra step of killing himself.
Yeah, it was probably unnecessary.
No, because then by killing himself, he's removed himself. He's put him.
Because there's two balls, perp and victim. And he was, the ball was, perpetrator was going to be Burgess. He was like, no. no.
Yeah.
I'm going to be
Wrong.
perp and victim.
But I guess...
because I guess by killing himself rather than just walking away,
Yeah.
he isn't. I wonder if the logic there in the world of the movie is the precogs saw this, but they didn't see the suicide, so therefore.
Well, they saw Anderton getting shot.
Yeah.
So they saw Anderton getting shot.
I wonder
right?
if for some reason the fact that Burgess, by killing himself, technically no longer exists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that isn't wrong. It's just a situation that.
No, he's doing basically like I can't deal with it. I don't
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
You're right. I can't. I don't want to.
Oh yeah, because the
kill
whole thing
you.
of the movie
But
ends
also-
with being like,
yeah.
"Oh yeah, pre-crime is discredited."
Yeah, yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
have fun.
And then he kills himself, and then also like he does it because he's about to get got for so many for the murder of
God, he's
Agatha's
going to
mum.
be in the Halo for a
So
long
he's
time.
like,
brother.
well, I could go to the Halo, or which kind of is this, another interesting point with this is the person who kind of like clearly was in charge of this all is like, I'm going to choose out as opposed to the Halo, which is another kind of, against Kolob of like, maybe the Halo's the bad thing. Maybe the punishment here seems to be the issue.
So how often is it right versus how often is it not right?
Well, we don't know.
Yeah, okay.
They can't prove that.
Yeah.
But usually it's kind of their whole point is like it's 100% success rate.
Yeah.
There is these things called minority reports.
Yeah, where it's like slightly
which-
different.
Slightly different, which means that there is maybe a bit of a conflict there, and they are deleted, wiped away, moved along.
What's
We
the
don't know
example
about
of a
it.
minority report?
So the one being the murder of Agatha's mum, which is they show her being drowned, and the way like the pool, the water's moving one way, and then another one is like they show her being drowned and the water is moving another way. So it's a little bit different. But then Colin Farrell is like, well, see, it's different times a day, which probably means that hey. Someone probably saw the original murder, then dressed up like the murderer, and then murdered the victim, which is what happened. And then he gets shot.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of idea of a minority. Or it's like, the door opened when it was closed. Or
Yeah.
Like,
But it's kind of, it's marginal.
very, very tiny.
Yeah,
right?
it's like a marginal difference.
So
yeah.
to me, it just seems like, well, why don't and you see, because you could be like, okay, the precogs, they just can't function in society.
Yeah.
They don't have the tools necessary. They're not living in the present. They're always living in the future.
Yeah.
Every moment is agony and pain for them, right? But then they show them at the end living a pretty normal, happy life in a cottage somewhere.
Yeah.
Right? They themselves like, I am tired of seeing the horrible futures of murders. This sucks for me.
Yeah.
But there is a way that they do at least show them being cognizant, moving around, a person. So it's like, well, why don't we just be like, okay, use them as a tool, hire them,
Yeah.
pay them.
Yeah.
To be like
what they do in the TV
yeah,
show.
like they do on
Yeah.
TV.
Except, unfortunately, Agatha then immediately goes back into living
Hell.
the death of all the
yeah.
victims.
Well, maybe she needs some of those beautiful drugs, those stimulants to make you forget.
Yeah.
How many forget-me drugs?
Is there an animal we don't care about?
See, I was thinking about this before the
My
show.
brain almost went to dog. We care heaps about dogs.
That's like the main animal we love.
So I was thinking about this before the show.
Yeah.
Which is like, well, okay, so we know that this drug, not all the time, because it's kind of thing. It's kind of like this drug that people are taking when they are pregnant will maybe sometimes cause the kid to have precog ability.
Yeah.
Maybe. We don't know. So I was like, well, we already experiment with rats.
Yeah.
So why don't we do it to rats? And we have precog rats. But the problem there is, I think that, we'd be getting a lot of visions of a lot of rat murders.
Yeah.
And rat murders
Yeah.
happen all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, you just be like lots of the rat traps slapping
Yeah.
shut.
And then
at
you
least
gotta
the
go to
lead-
the guy who set the rat trap and be like, time for the halo.
And then also you'd have the ball, which would be the perpetrator, which might be a person.
Yeah.
It might just be like that one bird we hate.
Yeah.
And then you get the name of a rat.
Yeah.
John Rat. Wow, the name's
Is
John,
Rat a rat or a guy named John Rat?
It's all one word.
It's all the victims are rats. When would it ever be a guy? We are looking at rat thoughts.
Well, mostly, I'm just saying there's a
Rats
chance.
can kill guys. I don't know if you're familiar with a certain bubonic plague.
Well, I didn't do it deliberately.
Yeah, you sure?
Manslaughter's still murder.
No,
no.
manslaughter's manslaughter.
Hold up, let him cook. Manslaughter's still murder.
Still murder.
No, it's
A rat still died. Send in the police.
little tiny halo on a rat.
Yeah. Put him in the tube.
Oh, you'd fit so many.
Yeah, dude. We
Yeah.
can stack them high.
Ah.
So it can't be an animal. That's a shame.
What if you go closer to person though? Like
Chimpanzee?
Put an ape in the tube.
Well,
Once
there's less
again-
ape murders.
And then doesn't really help us because they're only once again showing ape murders.
No, but maybe
if
they're
you put a
close enough.
chimpanzee, they get a chimpanzee.
Yeah.
No, but
murders,
maybe
a
they're-
gorilla.
Maybe they're close enough. Well, because what the precog
Well,
is detecting,
yeah.
okay, as if I understand correctly, is like a cosmic blip in the universe
Yep.
caused by the destruction of another life.
Yes.
Now, I would argue
Mm-hmm.
that the loss of a human life is more of a blip
Yeah.
than the loss of a rat life. So I would imagine.
to Agatha and Bingo and
Well, no,
what's it?
because otherwise Agatha would be getting. Well, so you're saying it's
Well, I don't know.
based on. I would imagine if it's just a general blip,
Mm-hmm.
then she's probably just not detecting rats because it's not making enough of an impact. So she's detecting people. So if you
Yeah.
put a rat in there,
Yeah.
I don't know what the rat thinks is going on when it precogs a human murder, but
Well, yeah, I mean, a rat living the life of a human only to die for seconds, only to die. Maybe that's good. Maybe that's good for a rat. Like, as in,
Yeah.
a rat
Yeah.
experiences higher function for moments before dying, but
Yeah.
maybe those moments are bliss. Or does that mean that the rat is now knows what it's missing out on the moment you take it out of that tube?
no, I
just
think it's like
jumping
a
straight back
flowers
in.
for Algernon situation.
Yeah.
And when the rat goes back to being a rat, it doesn't remember what it was like to be a man.
Yeah.
So the-
Is it paradise for rat a normal human life?
Probably.
Is it more fun to be a
No.
human than a rat?
Sure
You want to be
you-
Googling.
Do you
What
want to
does a
become a
rat
rat?
want?
What could you possibly be Googling?
Don't worry about it.
Is it good to be
Yeah.
a rat?
Is it good to be a
Do
rat?
rats know happiness?
Well, the reason why I think a chimpanzee or a gorilla wouldn't be good enough
Yeah.
is because, well, the Agatha and that don't have, say, visions of like a notable animal dying.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
is a notable animal not enough of a
Well, say
blip.
okay.
Spark.
Yeah.
All right.
Is a human being the only type of
So-
living thing on Earth?
Does
that
Minority
is giving
Report
up?
argue only humans have souls?
Yeah, right. Or is it a soul thing? Is it a thing where it's like could you say like okay there are animals out there that have probably lived better lives than us?
Yeah.
Definitely more holy. Like,
Definitely,
yeah.
Would they, it's that kind of thing of like, would you kill this dog or would you kill Jackson?
Yeah, exactly. The eternal
The
question.
eternal question.
Yeah.
that apparently should be easy to answer.
Really
You
should
would
be.
imagine
it,
so.
It should
And
be.
yet.
And yet.
I think how many people like everyone I wouldn't say you've.
I think you're the only person, Zamet, who answered dog.
I would kill that dog.
Oh, thank you, Dusha.
No, I was being examined. in that
Oh,
situation.
okay, yeah,
Depends
yeah.
on the dog.
There's
should-
no
that- there's no-
dog that has done more. My life.
He's a human being.
I'm a human being.
But okay, how about this?
yeah.
Okay, I shoot you, not the dog.
Yeah.
But then that dog, in my head, for some reason, when I think about the situation, has to replace you. So I'm doing a podcast with
There's
a
a
dog.
dog sitting like awkwardly.
Actually, that's annoying. I'm shooting that dog.
Licking your face. Yeah. You don't want that.
I hate when, I like dogs.
Yeah.
Don't be licking my face.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Some people love that.
They should.
Opening
Yeah,
their
dude.
mouths and shit. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
that's gross.
It's fine to love your dog, but don't let your dog lick your face.
Yeah, I agree. Yuck.
Yeah, but so this is why I would imagine that, because it's any human life, which is what I would assume why they're seeing the human lives, because there are probably noticeable animals in the DC area that are dying. That, just doesn't.
What
matter.
does an animal have to do in your
Also-
mind to have a as notable life as a human being? Like, what's the parameter?
save a life?
Okay.
When's the last
okay.
time an animal saved a life?
Oh, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
When was...
So in your mind,
Or like,
if say a dog saves a kid from drowning,
Yeah.
does that bring it up to my life where I've not saved a kid from drowning?
Yeah.
Okay. So dogs it's kind of like reincarnation happening in the dog's life
Yeah.
in a weird
In
way.
a weird way, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
like a firefighting dog. They seem pretty important.
Oh, yeah.
Notable.
Apparently, an animal saving a human life is very rare, and anytime it happens, it's very notable.
Yeah.
Animals fucking hate us.
Yeah,
we save
dude.
animals all the time.
Yeah.
We got a whole fucking job dedicated to saving animals.
That's true.
Yeah, this list only lists 9 times that animals
What
have had our
the
back.
fuck? The one you hear about the most is like people's houses catching fire and their dog waking them up to be like,
Yeah.
hey, the house is on fire.
The dog's just
Oh,
scared
God.
because it
Yeah.
can smell a wrong
Or
thing.
Clooney's pig that saved his life in the fire.
That's right.
Yeah.
That pig would pop up on the Minority Report.
All right.
Dolphin. What about a dolphin that saved a surfer from a great white shark?
I think that's notable.
Yeah, it's pretty
Does
notable.
that say in 2027? Oh, no, 2007.
Yeah,
We getting precogs?
I logged into Minority Report. I'm seeing the future.
They're predicting animal lives being saved. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting that in the world of Minority Report, somebody dying is more of a blip than somebody being born.
Yeah.
Like
well,
you'd-
we know. Well, I guess. Yeah. Fair
Because
enough.
if the
Well,
way
it's not about someone dying though. It's murder. It's
Okay.
it's a violent crime. That's
Yeah,
happening,
yeah.
But it's only murder.
Okay.
So if someone was to say like shoot you and miss,
yeah,
and like,
that's not
I guess
coming up.
that's not coming up because if say predetermined was like I'm going to shoot. Ah, fuck! I see what's going to distract him. I shoot. I'm going to power through. I shoot. So
I think that just makes a tragedy even sadder.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. I say, for example, I've acquired a gun. I'm
Yep.
like, I am going to shoot Jackson in the arm, but not kill him.
Yeah.
That is I'm planning on doing.
I'm
this.
planning an
I'm
assault.
planning on
Yeah.
assault. I want to
With a
shoot
deadly
him.
weapon,
I want to
may I
shoot
say.
him in the
So
arm to
hot
teach
dog.
him a lesson.
I have been getting up to mischief lately.
And
Someone
so
needs.
then
I need a firm hand.
Yeah, I guess it would be the ball would come in, and if I was predetermined to fuck that up and accidentally get your head,
Yeah.
I'd be getting haloed.
Yeah.
So
But I think-
manslaughter, they still recognize.
Whoa!
If
Yeah,
you-
I don't know.
or
actually.
attempted murder?
Yeah.
But then I was never attempting to murder him. I was just going to shoot him in the arm.
If you attempted murder and then murder,
Yeah. Well, that's
we don't-
manslaughter, which is, in your words, murder.
But I guess manslaughter isn't shown. I
Yeah.
think we only see crime of passion and premeditated.
yeah, okay,
And that's it.
that's crazy. But what about say you shoot me, you don't intend to
An
kill
axe-
me?
So
No,
we
you-
say we have a gun on the table. I'm juggling it.
Yeah.
I'm playing with it. I can't juggle, so I
Yeah.
fuck it up and you get shot.
Well, okay, no, we know manslaughter doesn't come up. But say
Yeah.
you do intend to kill me.
But does
Yep.
manslaughter definitely not come up?
Well, it does it. Well, again, I don't know.
Not in the movie
It's not
Minority
in the
Report.
movie. It doesn't say it does. It just
Yeah.
simply says murders.
Okay.
Well, I'm wondering, say you intend to kill me.
Yep.
That's the plan.
Yep.
You pull the gun on me, you shoot me, and you miss.
So you're hearing about that dog.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill Jackson so I never have to hear about whether I'm going to kill Jackson or the dog ever again.
He's making the choice simple for me if I just kill him. Anyway, you clip me, and I don't die, but somehow that makes me, like, I don't know, like I get blood poisoning or something.
Yeah.
from the
Very sick,
I get very sick, and then I die like a month later in hospital.
Yeah.
Is it still coming up?
From what we see in Minority Report, no.
Well, then I've just found the perfect way to murder in Minority Report.
It's a then and there.
It seems
So
to be
poisoning-
then and there. So poisoning,
Go
I think,
for it.
is A-okay.
That's awesome.
Although, again, because it's a I think poisoning because it's you directly doing that.
Yeah.
They might maybe get visions of like, I'm getting a vision.
You being
You know,
like,
he's getting poisoned, and it's like
Putting
time of-
rat poison in a burger.
You'd be like, time
Joel
of
Salmon, dinner is served.
It's time for your dinner of cheeseburger, I mean.
I love rat cheeseburgers. Thanks, Jackson. This tastes like poison.
What the hell? That's crazy.
Well, let me know if you want seconds or thirds, but while I prepare it, you're gonna need to leave the room.
Okay.
Patented Jackson family recipe for rat burgers.
Rat cheeseburger.
Rat
I don't know what
cheeseburgers.
Jack puts on it, but those little green pellets that taste like rat poison is delicious.
They sure make my stomach hurt and me throw up. Unlike rats, which famously can't throw up.
That's funny that I'm trying to kill you with the one thing you can get rid of. I'm just like looking out from the kitchen as you vomit into the, I don't know, bin. Fucking hell.
Well,
damn it.
because I guess with the poisoning, you did like the perpetrator victim, and then like the time of death of like you finally of like you, or me finally of like rat poison. But then they have visions like, this happened in the past. He's been eating so much rat poison. I mean, sure, he's gonna die soon, but I don't know if we can interfere enough.
We just gotta wait.
Damn,
Yeah.
we're gonna arrest the guy, but that sucks.
I think this
He's
guy's been eating
dying.
rat poison burgers every Friday for the last 3 years.
And
That's gonna take
he
him
keeps
out.
picking out the poison, but like, yum. Mm.
Is that? Tastes like that rat poison.
Oh yeah, I
Delicious.
probably can't
Really,
see you
I don't know.
Saturday because like I'm seeing Jackson Friday, and
I'll be
Saturday's
vomiting.
always a write-off because I feel
I
terrible.
have to
Vomiting
throw
a lot.
up heaps usually.
Yeah,
But I just
yeah,
can't
yeah.
stop eating those burgers.
They're so good, dude.
Jackson's getting really frustrated for some reason.
But he keeps making the burgers even juicier and bigger.
So I don't know,
Way
just
more of
keep
those
going
delicious
back.
green pellets. Oh my god!
So,
What
yeah,
about if you
yeah.
engineered a way where, like Rube Goldberg style, something you did was going to result in the death of someone?
Well, no, because that is what happens in the movie, sort of. with
Yeah,
Andy.
true.
It is still murder. The whole idea is you have to plan manslaughter, but then the moment you start planning manslaughter, it
It's
becomes
murder.
murder.
What about this? I'm a realtor. Okay. And I have a building. Yeah.
But I'll let you continue, but just I'm jumping in here. Is your plan in this situation to kill someone?
Yes.
murder.
Pre-cook is seeing it.
Yeah.
You're in the halo. But please, don't talk us through
So I
the
was gonna say,
situation.
so just to, I don't know if we mentioned or we got distracted by orgies or whatever, but the thought of trying to murder somebody isn't enough because they do have these pods where you can kind of go in and fantasize about killing your boss. Don't you boys do
No. I would never.
So they do fantasize about killing their boss.
Yeah.
And they can go in the pod and do it. So that means that they've had the thought, and they even have the vision played out for them in this like fantasy
and it's
pod.
still not enough.
And like the cops aren't there to arrest them. So that's not enough. And you need to be like taking the steps, the processes too.
You tell me if this is
Well,
okay.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Already, yes. If you're a realtor and the end of this plan you want to kill someone, you're on the wrong
All right,
road.
do you know the person you're going to kill or do you not care?
I don't care.
Okay. No, that doesn't matter because even if you don't know them, it's still going to be like, they're the victim. All right. Okay.
You're a realtor.
You're a realtor.
Hey, welcome to 145 Johnson Avenue, and a completely asbestos-free home. Here's my secret. It's full of asbestos. You move in. Years later.
Okay.
Sorry.
Are you trying to kill someone?
Yes.
So your plan is, I just want to add to my death count.
Yeah, whenever it happens, I'm not fucked.
I gotta get that KD ratio up.
Yeah.
I think he done it. I think they're like, because, well, you've installed asbestos, hopefully with the right equipment, Jack. Otherwise, you got yourself.
I want a ticking clock too.
So you've installed asbestos, and have you done it in a way where, because asbestos is technically fine unless it's exposed and being like worked on, right?
Yeah.
That's the problem with asbestos, right? If we have asbestos sheeting in your house,
It's fine unless you
it's
cut it or
fine unless
something.
you start doing, right. So again,
It's designed.
How are you-
I installed it sloppily enough that it is in a way exposed and will be affecting the people moving in.
how? Because doesn't it need to be cut? Doesn't it need to be like?
I shredded the shit out of it, but it's in the foundation and the walls and stuff, and the ceiling.
You'd almost need to install a sheet somewhere hidden in the house that just keeps pressing against like an angle grinder.
Yeah. Like I gave. Oh, by the way, here's this cutting board gift I've given you. I know it doesn't look like wood. But
It's
I
a
assure you
it's
it is.
a special wood.
It's a
It's
special.
cook your raw chicken on
asbestos-free wood to kind of cut. But then it's like, I don't know how quickly an asbestos cutting board will kill you versus like all like the microplastics that we're all consuming.
Yeah,
and
that's
eating
true.
With the plastic cutting
Maybe
board.
asbestos will come full circle and be good for us in the future.
It'll fix whatever the microplastics.
It'll
are
cut up
doing.
all the microplastics in our lungs so that we can breathe them out again.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if it'll be. Look, they're not going to pick that up because it's so convoluted and far into the future that I don't think they're going to notice.
What
it.
about this?
One day you'll just be at home and they'll just come in and just shoot you.
Unrelated.
We're just cleaning shop.
They're they shoot you. They start vomiting and they arrest you. You're vomiting while you're imagining your past. I don't know.
Yeah.
You're
Okay,
imagining you putting the sheets of asbestos, having a wonderful
day of
time
my life.
where you're vomiting up.
I'm going to
everything.
get this family.
Okay, well, what about maybe this is a quicker one?
Okay.
I say, hey, welcome to a 145 Johnson
I like
Street.
you're still a realtor.
Yeah,
That's
still a
good.
realtor. A completely uranium-free house. Here's my secret. The house is full of uranium.
I think that
think that
one's
one-
probably going to get you.
That one will get you because uranium
Asbestos.
poisoning. That's
Asbestos
pretty
is
quick.
normal
eh?
for houses.
Yeah, uranium rarer.
Rarer to find in the walls. Yeah.
Yeah, and that'll be pretty quick. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Like a year, maybe. A year, maybe more. 1 to 5 years, I'd say.
I think that one that'll show up.
Okay. Damn it.
Yeah. But when it shows up, it might be too late for the victims.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're not saving the victim there; they are just arresting you.
Yeah. Well, I still get put
And
in
at
the
this
tube,
point,
which is
you-
unfortunate.
Which again, I feel the biggest problem here is the halo and the tube.
Yeah.
Because even the crime of passion, the one that opens with about the guy who's going to murder his wife and her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Granted, it was a crime of passion. He wouldn't have done it otherwise unless because he was just like consumed by rage and emotion.
sure.
So I think like the best solution here is to be like, all right, they come in, they take all the parties away, and then they have like a discussion. Maybe they has to like have some like a rehabilitation or whatever.
Yeah.
But being in a tube forever seems bad because at the end when it's like, oh yeah, we're dismantling and it's just the whole thing was built on lies.
Yeah. What?
Huh? So it's like all built on lies. It's not 100%. So you know what? Every person we've ever arrested is out.
Let him
Yeah,
free.
that's
Let him
also
free.
probably a bad idea.
Which
That's
is also
awesome.
seems bad because okay, sure, in a system like that, let's just say it's even 20%.
Yeah.
20% is like a bit iffy. That's still 80% success rate is pretty good. I would argue 80% success rate is probably better than the current legal system.
Well, I would say in all of Minority Report that we've seen, you've given me evidence of one time where it didn't work and one guy died still.
Yeah, two times where it didn't work, but one time
One
it
time
did
still
work.
worked. In my mind,
you
even
know
though
what?
it was like they were
You
like,
know what?
we don't have the right guy or the... And still there was a perp and a
You
victim.
know what? You are
What are
right.
you talking about?
You're right.
That's
You know-
still...
I will concede. Anthony's still holding the gun. The guy just happens to also push like his finger into the
A
trigger.
guy still
So-
got shot and died.
But and
so
then
there's still
Anthony
crime
was
happening.
holding it, so fair enough.
Yeah.
And also, it does also just make things lazy because you're right. A guy still died, but they don't look into why. They don't look at the motives. They don't look at anything of like what is potentially happening here. Like he was set up, so they don't even like look into it. They're just like, nah, he did it, in he goes. It just makes everyone involved lazy.
Yeah.
Now imagine now with the cops that we have and the judicial system that we have. Now imagine
I'm
that,
thinking about
right?
it currently, and it's already making me sick without you adding anything else into the mix.
Okay, now so imagine that now, and now you imagine that lazier. So you imagine that guy being like, well, you were there. I guess you did it.
Yeah, we got
In
the ball,
slammer.
buddy.
Well,
Don't talk back.
Yeah.
That's very, very accurate to how it is already. Though.
Yeah.
It's just that now you're going into tube instead of jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or being killed in the back of a car.
Yes.
So again, it's no way you can like plea your case.
No.
Way you can be like, no, hey,
Yeah.
this didn't happen.
Well, it's a bad system.
But on the flip side, they were going to arrest the director, and they were going to arrest their own cop.
That's true.
Which is two things that would never
the-
happen
with
now.
the actually-
with our current judicial
Kind
system.
of, almost unseen.
Yeah.
in the
It's kinda,
current system.
completely unheard of.
So yeah,
Our director
what
is about to kill someone.
So-
we should promote him. That's
Yeah.
more likely what
So
will
this,
happen.
the whole incident, the inciting incident is their head cop is predicted to kill a guy.
Yeah.
And there's no one else is like, whoa, we need to figure this out. Let's make cooler head. They don't. He runs because he knows he's about to get haloed. And guess what, motherfuckers? They try and halo him without any question.
Yeah.
And then the director. So imagine the director of the of the cops, the director of the CIA. Who is the head of the police as a unit? Is that a person?
Probably.
Or is it very much like a federal thing, right?
I don't
so it's
know.
like the head of the feds, right? Or like the director of the CIA.
Yeah.
They are proven to be a criminal. They are proven to have committed a crime in their past and about to commit a crime.
Yeah.
There's no let cooler heads prevail. They are about to be haloed.
Yeah.
Which again, in our current system,
Yeah, you would never see.
Yeah.
Well, look, hey.
Maybe
silver linings.
maybe it'll come around. I don't know.
I think that the minority report system would be fine if it wasn't for the punishment.
Yeah.
If there was rehabilitation or counseling or,
They do, yeah. They clearly learned from the beginnings where they, instead of leaving the victim alone, they do offer counseling to the guy.
Well, that's good, but they still put a guy in the tube.
But they still put a guy in a tube.
You shouldn't put a guy in a tube no matter what they've done.
Yeah, it goes arrest tube. They hour one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just nah. You don't even be like, but I did it.
Yeah.
Nah.
In the tube.
In the tube.
Yeah.
Anderton's like, you're arrested for the death of the crow and also the death of Colin Farrell. He's like, but I didn't even kill Colin. In the tube.
Yeah.
In the tube. Look, it's a flawed system.
Also,
Yeah.
there's one guy protecting the tubes.
Yeah.
That's it. And then he gets Thomas's wife just comes in there with a gun, being like, I want my husband out. And then he does. I mean, that's just one guy.
Yeah,
it just seems lazy across the board.
Yeah.
You also got one guy looking after the precogs.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
seems lazy as shit.
Yeah. So if you could take some of the minority report system and, cops that are good at their jobs,
Yeah.
which it's never going to happen.
Yeah, that is true.
It's a flawed system.
Pretty flawed system.
You might be able to get something good out of it, but as it currently stands, they fucked it. They
Yeah.
fucked
They
it in a
fucked it.
different direction.
Yeah.
They did fuck
We
it
fucked it in a different
Oh,
direction.
we fucked it pretty bad.
we fucked it. Everyone's fucked
We
it.
fucked it.
yeah.
It's all pretty bad. Oh my
Yeah.
God,
But one time, a boy fell into an ape enclosure, and then the ape gave the boy back.
Whoa.
So
It was a
can
reverse
happen.
hombre.
it was a reverse hombre.
Reverse harambe.
Yeah. Well, it can happen.
It can happen.
Was it before or after Harambe?
It was before.
Before.
So there was like precedent that maybe you didn't got to shoot that.
Still,
Yeah, but Jackson, what should they have done?
they still should have shot the gorilla. They made the right choice.
That's very minority report, actually.
Yeah.
They see the boy go in, and
They
they,
see
go,
the boy go in.
They think, well,
they see
There's a gorilla that sees a boy. Predetermination would predict that gorilla will eat that boy.
Yeah.
Therefore, need to shoot the gorilla.
we simply have to.
One must imagine the person that shot Harambe happy. And on that note, I've been Joel.
I've been Jackson.
And I've also been Joel.
So long.
Goodbye. This is a good one. Send us your orgy playlist.
Yes. Please, we want to
Yeah.
know. What are you boning down to? Thank you and God bless.
You got to do this with the computer.
Yeah. I'm going Minority Report. I'm going Minority Report.
Dude, I'm logged in.
I'm logged in, dude.
That's what they say. Yeah, dude, I'm logging in. I'm logging into the Minority Report.
How does everyone not know how to fucking use microphone stands? Oh my God.
You should see that one. It's... Oh, yeah. Also, because the room's on a slant, it does that thing that I fucking hated about the other one now, which is fun.
What does it do?
Actually, maybe I found a sweet spot for it, but in the
Before it
recording
was
of BS, it
tilting?
was just slowly coming
yeah.
towards
Oh,
us.
just
You just
tighten
gotta
it up,
tighten
dude.
it.
You got to tighten it with a Allen key.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to do that before the show starts.
Yeah.
I'm so tempted to go back to those fucking like just those things,
Standing mic.
and it's just right there, and you have to kind of just do this.
Whatever, dude. Whatever floats your boat, man.
So it's not my boat, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It's like I'm on trying.
yeah.
You fucking
Yeah,
cunts.
yeah. Whatever sounds good.
Okay. So you know what? You do.
Nah, whatever. I'll play with the microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Don't look at me.
Steven Spielberg's made a lot of movies.
Yeah, bro.
Some stinkers.
Yeah.
But some good ones.
No one. Start the intro.
Do the little show.
Oh, okay.
Do the little thing.
We're good to go. Oh,
Yeah, dude.
We've been recording for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was too busy touching the microphone. I didn't notice.
I know.
This is gonna have a good energy. I can tell.